Hey people, good evening. Welcome to the Monday evening stream. November the 3rd. It is 6:30 p.m. or thereabouts. It's around 10 degrees Celsius here in downtown Toronto. And partly cloudy. Got some clouds, got some clear skies peeking through. We had some rain earlier, I think, in some parts of the area, but I think for the rest of the evening it's supposed to be rain-free, hopefully anyway. So I hope you all had a good weekend. Even though things didn't turn out the way we were hoping on Saturday nights. Hello, Kevin Hawthorne, how you doing? Hello, Zach. Hello, Tavane Palmer. John Nicholson. Drew Costin. Hello, Coco. Craig O'Connor. Phil from Connecticut. Hello, Lee John. Gertish. Kyle Walker. Jan Neeson. Good to see you all. Mr. Majestic. And Tavane Palmer right off the bat, 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tavane, for the support. Much appreciated. Hello, Paulette Crooks, Greg Keating. Cheers, Tavane. Thank you very kindly. Hello, Choppy. I just feel a raindrop just as I was talking about that. I feel little raindrops coming down now. Oh my god. And yes, I did look at the hourly forecast before I left, and it said no rain. It said clear or partly clear all night long. So what's with this rain coming down now? Least reliable field of science ever, meteorology. Hey, Formidable Business, hello. Hello, Alan K, Mr. Adams Apple. I don't think we got anything major in the downtown area as far as weather goes. I heard some parts of Scarborough got some nasty weather, thunderstorms and things like that. Oh well, rain or not, I'm going to be walking around for a couple hours at least with no umbrella, so hopefully it actually doesn't start really raining. A few drops I can take. I'm on Parliament Street. We're looking north right now at Shooter. Parliament and Shooter. But we're going to go the other way. I think I'll take us down to King Street. And yes, people are still jogging around in shorts, so it's not cold weather time quite yet. You've already got 100 people watching the stream. Cheers, everyone. Welcome. Hangout Street. It's the quietest I've ever seen it. It's usually got a few people and some music playing most of the time I've walked by before. Hey, Naughty Bot. Hello, Cam. Midnight Rainbow. Leo Chung. Hello. Also a bit windy today in some parts of the area. It's not too bad right now. Hey, Ziggy Phoenix, hello. Hello, Elvin. Oh, I didn't know Johnny was streaming tonight. I had no clue. Last time I looked, there was no sign of it, so I just assumed tonight was an open night. Well, thanks for watching, both of us. I thought he might take the night off. He had a good night last night with his home stream. 10K subs on the Johnny Stumbles channel. Congrats to Mr. Stumbles. Hey Picard, how you doing? Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Richmond. Hello, KLE, KLE1. Hey, just Smitty, hello. Yeah, the darkness comes early now. Ken Lan. Hey, Outlaw Radio. Alright, King Street. One more street down. Oh, is that right, Outlaw? Another Toronto trip coming up. Surge, hello. Alright, here's King Street. Yeah, I mean, the Jays did great, right? They made it to the World Series. That's nothing to sneeze at. They made it 7 games in the World Series. And it was a nail-biter right to the very end, so obviously they did great. All the other teams who didn't make it to the World Series wished they were the Jays. It would have been better if they won, obviously. But good job to everyone on the team. Where am I headed? Not sure. I'm just going to walk along King Street for a while. Maybe for a long while. Maybe we'll just do a long King Street walk until I feel like turning around. Chowdhury, hello. Yeah, there are no crazy overreactions to losing or anything like that. I think a baseball crowd is less susceptible to that sort of behavior. In Canada, it seems to be more of a hockey crowd sort of thing. When it has happened here before. Not in Toronto and some other cities. Hey, Marty Party. Me and Johnny need to have a boxing match. I'm sure everyone would just love that. I did record a video after the game, after the Jays lost, walking through downtown, watching everyone just leave the Skydome area and walking up Yonge Street. Just to see, you know, how it seemed, how everyone was acting and feeling and all that. So I did record that. That'll be coming up on the channel in the near future. Hello, Yvonne Atherton. There are a few somewhat rowdy people shouting and swearing and calling the Dodgers assholes and things like that. So there was some anger, you know, some mostly drunk dudes and that sort of thing. But not too much of that. There are a bunch of projects that are going to be beginning development along here, yeah. A rental project right here with some rental towers. So that one should be moving forward soon. Hey, hello Kevin. Thank you very much. A sad night. I don't know why I'm standing here. There's no red light here. I'm just sort of standing here like a schmuck. I like that word too, Marty. King Street East, Old Town. That's where we are right now. We're heading west. Maybe I'll take us over to the west side on that part of King Street where all the nightlife is. Although I don't think there's much going on tonight, nightlife wise. Monday night and all that. There'll be things going on. It won't be dead or anything, but it won't be like a weekend or anything. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Yeah, let's find out how lively the King West nightlife area is on a Monday night in November. It'll just be like a little experiment. Little investigation. Hey, Sebastian. James Buddy, how you doing? Actually, I need some root beer. I think that's my plan before I go home, is to pick up some root beer. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Brand, I want to get mug. If I can find some mug, that's what I'll get. Not every store carries mug though. And the Metro grocery store doesn't have it. At least not the one I go to. Freshco does though. I might have to stop at a Freshco. Not sure about No Frills. I don't know. Response audio. Hope you're having a good evening as well. This is the first time I've came outside all day actually just to do the stream. I've been lazy hanging out in my chair all day watching YouTube videos mostly. So it's nice to get out and get the legs moving, get some air. As long as it doesn't rain, I think this will be a good walk. I'm into it, I'm feeling it. Hey Jillian, hello. No, it's around 10 degrees, doesn't feel cold at all.
I'm just gonna look at my kind of value, you know.
Hello, Lena. I did not bring an umbrella, no, because the forecast says there's going to be no rain tonight. Like none, zero, it says clear. The hourly forecast for Toronto. Clear, clear, clear. That's what it says. Of course, I know I should never really trust that too much. Hello, Colleen. Is it cold in Edmonton? Yeah, it can get pretty wintry there by November. I know from experience, right? I've been there a bunch of times. I have family there. I've recorded some videos there in November actually, and it was bitterly cold. It was more like later November though, but still it was bitterly, bitterly cold. And snow on the ground and all that stuff. Did a live stream. Had to cut it short. Yeah. I know all about Edmonton. No snow yet. That's good. Check out this model. There's a model in here of a new condo. This one's supposed to go up on Jarvis Street, just south of Dundas. It's a big empty lot right now. Just around the corner from where I live, actually. I don't know when it's going to actually start construction, though. It's been an empty lot for like 2 years now. They tore down a big building that was already there. Hey, hello Janet. Glad you could check out the stream tonight too. What's the holdup? Well, it's a condo. They're probably not selling enough units to start construction. Because it's probably full of little tiny one-bedroom units with bad layouts that no one wants to buy. That building was planned and approved before the condo boom went bust. Hello, Clintia. That's why so many projects now are being proposed and starting as rentals instead of condos. All kinds of new buildings are flipping to become rentals that were originally planned to be condos, just so they can actually build them and get the buildings under construction. don't think Edmonton has a wintry nickname, not that I know of. The only two nicknames I know for Edmonton are Edmund Chuck and Deadmonton. Those are the only two that I know. My dad has lived in Edmonton since, like, I don't know, the early 80s or something like that, so he's been out there a long time. Hey, baby Grinch. Hello, Inch 316. Carl Roth, hello. Is that Pickering's nickname, Andy? I never heard that before. Toronto has a bunch of nicknames, obviously, that have persisted over the years. I'm sure you've heard them all. Hogtown, Toronto the Good. T-Dot, right? T-O. T-Dot is just like a offshoot of T-O. Because people started going T.O. instead of T.O. and then they just shortened it to T-Dot. And of course the 6 is the latest one, yeah. And some people call it the Big Smoke also, which is sort of like a carryover from England. People call London the Big Smoke. It's sort of carried over to Toronto with our British, you know, heritage and all that.
It was her first time using the search.
Victoria Street. Speaking of British, King Street, Victoria Street. Are you seeing a pattern here? Queen Street also nearby. Yeah, and it was originally called York after the York in England. Alright, let's walk through the financial district.
Very big.
Hey, Juan, how you doing? There's Yonge Street. I recorded so many videos along Yonge Street in the last week or so, thanks to the World Series and Halloween. Everything just tends to gravitate to Yonge Street during these big events, so you have to come and record it, right? So I was just back here over and over again. Hey, first last, hello. But people seem to love it, you know. People don't really get tired of Yonge Street, thankfully. Maybe some people do, but most seem to enjoy it. Alright, now we're on the west side. We crossed Yonge from the east side to the west side. Hello, WMD. Yeah, maybe it's a bit quiet being a Monday evening in November. We had some not so good weather earlier today. Wind and rain and thunderstorms in some areas around the city. It's still a bit windy, not too bad though. Hello, Alex Oliveira. And maybe there's a bit of gloominess, you know, after the big loss, you know. Maybe people are feeling a bit glum. They need a little more time to get their spirits back up again. Yeah, the Christmas decor is already starting to appear, believe it or not. Even on Halloween night, I noticed it was already being set up inside the Eaton Center. It didn't even wait until October was over, or Halloween. We're at Bay Street. Windy at this intersection. Got all the tall buildings all around us. Hey, we managed to make it up to 200 concurrent viewers. Sweet. Cheers, everyone. Hello, Pamela. And if there's any new viewers maybe watching for the first time, or any maybe repeat viewers who still haven't subscribed, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I promise it doesn't hurt. And it definitely helps the channel out. And of course, if you do subscribe, you might as well hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I do post videos or go live. Because every day it's one or the other, so 7 days a week it's either a pre-recorded video or a live stream. Where's this guy going? I think he's pulling a U-turn. The Toronto Dominion Centre courtyard here. This is the heart of Canada's biggest financial district here. One of the biggest financial districts on the continent. Alright, we're heading for the King West Nightlife area just to see what it's like on a Monday night after the World Series loss. On a cool, blustery November night. Will there be any people partying? What do you think? I think there's going to be some partying going on. It never completely dies there. No matter what day or night or time, unless it's like 5 in the morning maybe. Yeah, I bet you Dodger fans were partying it up in all the bars along there after the big win the other night for them. Because there are lots of Dodgers fans in town, obviously, to watch the game. So lots came from LA. Lots of celebrities came from LA to watch. They all probably went to some exclusive after party or something. Hey, John Gordon, how you doing?
Yeah, but doesn't mean they always cook it right. Even your brother.
Is that new, that sign up there? I don't remember that looking like that. Maybe it's not new. the blues bars, maybe? Dun 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 dun. The Jays won the big game. Dun 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 dun. I'll never be the same. Dun 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 dun. Who are we gonna blame? Dun 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 dun. You can all finish that song. Hey, Stephen Edwards. Hello, JJ.
I'm missing out, Josh. Alright, yeah. Well, we got a copy of that.
There you go, Cam. A new verse has been added. I just had to get it started, you know. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Maybe I do know it. I don't know. Maybe I'm channeling Leonard Cohen. Getting some poetry channeling through my brain. Jessica, the snow, it's hard to say in Toronto. It might be around the end of the month, maybe. We might get our first little snowfalls here and there. It usually doesn't actually stay on the ground or anything, though, at this time of year. We might get a first real major snowfall sometime before the end of December, maybe. But then it'll most likely melt after that anyway, which is usually what it does here. Toronto isn't a very snowy city overall for a Canadian city, you know. A lot of people assume that it is, but it's actually not. As far as Canadian cities go, anyway. Kevin H, yeah, the sun set like quite a while ago. Before 6 o'clock. 5 something, it was already dark. Yes, Buffalo is a much more snowy city than Toronto because they get the lake effect snow. Whereas Toronto doesn't really get that. But I have recorded and streamed in a few big snowstorms though, so it's not like it's not going to happen. It'll most likely happen at least once or twice this winter, where I'll be out there suffering through a blizzard of sorts. And those streams and videos are by far the most popular on the channel and other channels like this. Don't jinx it. Am I near Spadina? The Valley wants to know. I'm heading towards Spadina. Not too far away. You're welcome, Colleen. It's my pleasure, and I'm sure Johnny would say the same. Yeah, same with North Bay in terms of snowbanks. Where I grew up, right? Sudbury and North Bay pretty much have identical winters, so the huge snowbanks, taller than most adults at times. Eventually they do take them away, but they can be there for a while before then. This is starting to get tall now. The new Forma Tower, the first of the two towers. They're still working here. Wonder how late they work on this site. Alright, we're walking along King West through the entertainment district, as it was called. We won't get into that nightlife area until we pass Spadina, though. Hey, Calazin Full Warrior. That's quite the name. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Not sure if you're new or not. If you are, cheers. I think I'll be passing 29.4 subs during this stream. I was just under 29.4 when I started the stream, so I might be past 29.4 now, maybe. Or I will soon be if I'm not. As long as everyone subs who hasn't already done that. Hint, hint. Here's Restaurant Row. Hey, Lucy! I'm home! Oh, you're watching from LA. I caught a bit of the celebrations in LA live. Someone was live streaming. All the people going nuts after the Dodgers won. That's what I would have been doing here if the Blue Jays won. I would have been doing the exact same thing, live streaming all the celebrations here. Hey, Lawson Martin. What led you to come to that conclusion, cable guy? What are you seeing that looks depressing? People out on the streets in a busy, vibrant city? Is that depressing? Okay. Seems like an odd way to interpret what you're seeing here. I will say though that The Cable Guy, hello, is my favorite Jim Carrey movie. Hey, what's up, Bill Chow? I just find it funny when people come into the chat and diss Canada or diss Toronto or whatever the case may be. When chances are they're sitting someplace that is like truly boring as hell in comparison, you know, to to downtown Toronto. Oftentimes, anyway. More often than not, I would say. Some guy sitting in bumfuck nowhere going, Toronto is boring, Toronto sucks. Okay, where are you? Where are you, man? Hey, Patrick, the coolest fan. There's good subs here. Hey, Jacques, hello. Yeah, LA is one of the few cities that, you know, can stack up against Toronto in terms of things to do and all that sort of thing. If you're not New York, if you're not LA, then you probably should just shut up because you probably don't know what the hell you're talking about if you're dissing Toronto. Hello, Meow. What's up? All right, we're crossing Spadina. So we're gonna start coming into the club area, nightlife, lounge area, whatever you want to call it. So we've been walking along King Street from Parliament. Almost an hour it takes to walk from Parliament to Spadina. Of course, I was kind of lollygagging a bit, you know, taking my time. And actually, I did start the stream a few blocks north of King also. So more like 40 minutes or so, I would say, to walk from Parliament to Spadina along King. All right, let's see what it's like on a sort of gloomy Monday evening here. You find it too noisy and all that? Yeah, that's a pretty common complaint, but it just comes with the territory, I guess, especially if you live downtown. Sometimes it aggravates me a little bit, but I mostly don't mind. The thing that irks me, though, more than the noise is the construction sites blocking sidewalks and that sort of thing. And the crazy food delivery dudes who are zipping all over the place onto the sidewalks and just driving like maniacs, just making everything seem way more chaotic. Let's go to the other side. Hey, John O'Meara, how you doing? Get some better views from the other side. Construction here, just as I was talking about. The sidewalks aren't blocked, but you have to walk under a really big, long stretch of scaffolding. I'm not a fan of that either. Here's where Elton John is going to be living. Well, eventually. That's where he bought this penthouse unit here. Hey, Wayne McKay. Well, so far it's pretty quiet here in the King West nightlife area. I wasn't expecting it to be busy by any means. It also is early, right? I mean, nightlife doesn't really get going until after 10 p.m., so I have no doubt if we came here around 10 or 11, we'd see a lot more activity. Wilbur Mexicana. It's pretty busy in there. Hey, glad you're enjoying First Last. It's good to have you. But if you'd like to see what this area is like on a really busy weekend during the summer, I do have some videos walking through here at that time. It's quite the scene. And I bet you even just this past weekend it was probably jammed here during the World Series. I have no doubt it was jammed and probably crazy as all get out. Got Big Smoke Burger and the Burger's Priest competing just steps away from one another here. I don't know which one's better. At one time people would have said the Burger's Priest was the best in the city, but that was years ago. I don't think they have held up against the competition after all these years. There's a bunch of other places that have popped up now that I think people would put above the Burger's Priest. Got some nightlife type stuff happening a little bit around here. Not so much though. Definitely nothing compared to like a Friday. I hear the Red Hot Chili Peppers though. They're trying to bring the hype right now. Or is it Weird Al? I think it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yabba 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 dabba dabba. Yabba dabba dabba do now. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Got a bus and a streetcar. New subway station under construction. At Bathurst. plug in my power bank here. There we go. Give it a few tries before it finally connects. Hey Vivian, no worries. No worries, Vivian. I'll probably still be streaming when Johnny's done. I'm not sure when he started, so of course you're very much welcome to pop over here once he's done. Pay no mind to what anyone might have said. If you saw something, pay it no mind. Hey Adviserate, hello. Jefferson Rivas. Well, Johnny and I don't want to stream simultaneously. It just happens sometimes. But when it happens, right? It's nothing to get worked up about. If we do discover we're streaming simultaneously, we'll usually put in a good word for the other stream when we're ending ours, depending on who ends first and that sort of thing, right? Help each other out. Hey, thanks, John O'Meara, that's right. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things, hit all the buttons. Yada yada and all that jazz, you know the drill. Come and say hi in the chat if you want or not. If you've never done so before, you'll be welcomed. Fresh slice. Hey, KLE, hello. Nice of you to pop in and say hi. I know there are people who don't enjoy each other's presence in the chat and that sort of thing. And if that's the case, it doesn't mean you have to say anything to let other people know how you don't enjoy another person in the chat. Just keep it to yourself, right? Everyone will just enjoy things a lot more if you just keep those thoughts to yourself. It doesn't add anything positive to the chat at all. It actually does the opposite, so just don't do it. Yeah, we're not going to get into that, Kevin, but there's some people who just don't enjoy each other. Let's just put it that way. Hey Sandy, hello. Evening to you. Trans Canada, welcome. Right, is this Niagara Street coming up? I think it is. Maybe we've walked along King Street long enough.
Replacement bus, westbound towards Dufferin, via Queen and Parliament.
That's right, Bill. So he's up in North York, huh? He's far, far away. Far, far away from me. Guess we'll be having no inadvertent run-ins. No meeting of the streams. No crossing of the streams like in Ghostbusters. Never cross the streams. What did they call it in the movie when that happens? Total photonic inversion or something like that? I don't know. I'm probably not saying it right, but it was something like that. Hey Neville, hello. Imagine every atom in the universe exploding at the speed of light or something. I'm trying to remember what Ray was saying. Or not Ray, Egon. It was Egon, right? Don't cross the streams, that's right. Hey Dan Harmson, hello. And I appreciate compliments and all that, but they don't have to come at the expense of someone else, right? So this is Niagara Street. It's 7:44. We're in Eastern Standard Time here in Toronto. Hello, E. Dover. What do we got here? All kinds of stuff up for grabs. Got an ancient microwave. What is this thing? Is that like the back of a DVD player? Let me look at the other side. What is this? Got all kinds of ancient tech here. Yeah, it's a DVD player, I think. Oh no, it's not a DVD player. It's a cable box. It's like a DVR, I think. Oh, I don't know. It's too dark. Yeah, I think it's a cable box. I doubt I'd get anything for any of that stuff at the pawn shop. It's all like 15-year-old plus audio-visual tech. I have an old-ass DVR that I don't even know why I still have it. It's about 20 years old. It's huge. They were big and bulky and huge at that time. I'm not sure why I held on to it. Hey, we passed 300 viewers. We blew past 300 viewers. Hello everyone. Just popping into the stream. But I do have some old tech that I still use, such as a VCR. It's a VCR DVD combo. I still have that works. Well, one side of it works. The VCR side of it works. The DVD side of it doesn't work. But I have another Blu-ray player besides that I can use if I want to watch Blu-rays or DVDs. You still have a VCR too, Jenny? Yeah. Yeah, you can still find them if you really, really want to get your hands on one. I used to have an 8-track player, but I got rid of it a long time ago. I kind of regret that now. I still have some of the old cassettes though, the old 8-track cassettes. I still have those, just nothing to play them on. Hello, Martin Van Owen. I have my Beach Boys Greatest Hits 8-track. Hey, RM DVTO. I am on Queen West, indeed. I just stepped onto Queen West. And we're heading east now. The Beach Boys are from where you live. Wasn't it Hawthorne? Hawthorne, California? Is that where you are? I think their old house that they all grew up in is got a plaque in front of it. It's sort of right beside a freeway now or something. Or a freeway is right behind it. Trojan Elk Explorer, hello. Randy Ruck, good evening. JML2, their house got demolished. Is that? I thought preserved that old house. Or maybe it was a different house. I don't know. There's some house anyway related to the Beach Boys that is still there. And it has like a plaque in front. So I was quite the Beach Boys fan when I was a little boy. I knew all of their songs, all of their popular songs anyway. But then I got into the Beatles more than the Beach Boys as I got older. And then the Beatles became my new favorite. Hey, Neil Swan, hello. Welcome to the stream. Surf music only goes so far. Yeah, it's a good thing they didn't only do surf music though, right? They did do a bunch of albums later on that weren't very surfy. Pet Sounds. I don't think there was any surf music on Pet Sounds. It's just a bunch of sad songs about loneliness and heartbreak, basically. And a few happy songs, I guess. Wouldn't It Be Nice? That one's pretty happy. World of Posters. This is that store where you can get posters of the Beach Boys and the Beatles. Hey, Bart Ford, hello. Yeah, Pet Sounds is as good as anything that came in the 60s. Like, it's as good as the best Beatles albums, or just about as good, I would say. Hey, 345 people now. Thanks all for checking out my Monday night wanderings. We wandered west along King Street for quite a ways, over an hour. And now we're going east on Queen. It's kind of a royal stream tonight.
That's not a cheap one.
Billy T, how you doing? Yeah, I would say it's a masterpiece. I would agree with that. But Brian Wilson couldn't do it again, right? He almost drove himself insane trying to compete with the Beatles. He managed to accomplish Pet Sounds, and then after that he just crashed and burned. He couldn't keep it up. He couldn't keep it up, man. He was just mentally gone after he just could not keep it up. Of course, he did make awesome songs here and there, but he couldn't do another album like that, as good as that. But he did manage to do that one. One masterpiece. Hey, Tiana, hello. Smells so good along here. I'm just smelling one delicious thing after another. Hey, Robert Savage, hello. Yeah, Smile was good, but it was meant to be so much better, right? It was just sort of a shadow of what it was meant to be. Alright, we're an hour and a half into the stream, almost. I think my plan, as I mentioned earlier, was to get some root beer before I go home, so I'll probably be heading towards a grocery store somewhere on the east side. So we still have a ways to go, maybe another hour. I checked out that TNT. Yep, I did a video there soon after it opened. Hope you're having a good night. Carl Roth. Hey, Jenny. 10 buckaroo super chat. Root beers on you. Holy cow, thank you, Jenny. So now I don't have to worry about whether or not it's on sale. Not that I would worry anyway, I guess, but mug root beer sometimes costs a bit more than the no-name brand, right? Thank you very much, Jenny, for keeping me in my mug root beer. Much appreciated. Yeah, I know there's a grocery store here, but I don't want to end the stream right now, right? So I'm gonna keep on going. I'll end the stream closer to my place where there's another grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got some streaming to do here. Such a nice night for it. Looks like the weather forecast did actually pan out the way that it was supposed to. Looks clear as a bell. I know where all the grocery stores are, so I'll just make sure I end up at one sort of close to my place. Trying to think if there's anything else I need. Maybe I'll get some Red Baron pizza if I go to Freshco.
Well, yeah.
Oh, there's some Rabbas on the east side. Yeah, there's some Rabbas. There's one on Wellesley Street. There's one on Jarvis Street. I don't go to Rabba though. That's expensive as hell. Hey, Transit Mobile Scooter. Thank you so much for another 10 buckaroony super chat here. I'm not sure why I'm saying buckaroony tonight. Thank you very kindly, Transit Mobile Scooter, for the awesome support. Cheers to you. Hey, B Banger, hello. Let me make use of this bench here for a moment. Yeah, I'm all stocked up on the Vector. I got some on sale at Metro yesterday. So we're all good as far as Vector goes for now. I also got some pasta sauce, so I'm good there. Yeah, I never go to these smaller convenience stores or Rabbas unless it's an emergency. Like if it's 3 in the morning or something, because those are the only places that are open for that. If you want groceries, right? Unless it's on sale at Metro, so I buy it there only if it's on sale. Got some Queen Street vibes happening tonight. It's decently lively, you know.
We do have some thoughts.
Decently lively for a gloomy Monday after the Jays lost. Where's that crane? Chef KK. Hey, that's cool. I approve of those initials. Looks like McDonald's is dropping off some supplies here. The Big Mac box. It's the McDelivery. The McDelivery to the sketchiest McDonald's in the city here. Alright, we just turned onto Spadina. Let's go north. Hey, a blue comic, $20. Holy moly, for the root beer fund. Thank you, Blue Comic. I almost said Buccarinos again, but I was like, all right, enough with the Buccarinos. Thank you very much, Blue Comic, for the very generous root beer fund. I'm gonna be swimming in mug root beer, I think. Cheers, Blue Comic. Thank you ever so much. I always like this view looking south here. Alright, here's where that crane is. They must have just erected this tower crane here for this new building going up. It's a tall one. That's quite the deep pit they have here. You're a Sprite man? I never really got into Sprite, you know? When I was a kid, I liked Orange Crush. Like when I was a very young lad. Orange Crush was my favorite. And then I went through a Dr. Pepper phase when I was a bit older. So all I wanted to drink was Dr. Pepper. And then I switched to Pepsi, and I stayed a Pepsi drinker for years and years and years. And then I gave that up and started drinking Canada Dry ginger ale. So that's all I would drink for a while. And then I switched to root beer, and now I've been on root beer ever since. Hey, Garth Owens, $6.99. Thank you so much, Garth, also for contributing to the root beer / grocery fund, because I'll be heading to a grocery store later on. Much appreciated. Garth Owens, thank you also for the support. Cheers. And I might have went through a very small phase where I liked cream soda, but that wasn't very long. Still got some Halloween-y decor here. More Halloween-y decor. It's always a bit of a bummer when all the Halloween stuff has to come down. I just enjoy that, the spooky factor. It should be around for longer than a month, you know? Oh, is it Cam's birthday or it just passed? Well, happy belated birthday, Cam, if it has just passed. Hope it was a good one. I have none, sorry. I have none. Jeez, that's an odd location for them to be up to what they're up to. Ain't no clue, hello? Must be garbage pickup day tomorrow, maybe. Toronto gets incredibly busy. Trust me, it gets incredibly busy. Just because it's a bit quiet at this moment here on this street here. It's not the case all the time, right? Watch some of my other videos if you want to see how busy Toronto can get. I have like lots and lots of videos walking through the city on a nice summer day or other days when it's much busier. I think only New York City can honestly outdo Toronto in that respect, you know, in terms of people on the street. And it's not even all that noticeable which one is busier than the other. They're both crazy busy with pedestrians and all that sort of thing. Dundas and Spadina. Yeah, Chicago's busy. I think Toronto's busier though. Toronto just has more people walking around over a wider area. Chicago has some really busy areas, but they're much more concentrated, like along the Magnificent Mile, you know. square miles. The city proper is 243 square miles. Just the city of Toronto proper. With about 3.1 million people, I think, according to some of the latest estimates. That's 630 square kilometers for metric folks. Yeah, LA County, yeah. Isn't it the most populous county in the United States? Hey, Paul Blunt, hello. To get to 10 million for Toronto, you'd have to include the Greater Golden Horseshoe, which is basically the city, the suburbs, and the surrounding commuter belt. That adds up to over 10 million people. It's more like Chicagoland, you know, in its area though, and how much land it covers. Very similar to Chicagoland. Basically everywhere where you can catch commuter rail into the city. So it's a huge city, right? It's definitely one of the biggest. Hey, Martin Van Owen, $10 super sticker. Thank you very kindly. Cheers, Martin, for checking out the stream and for supporting so generously. Thank you very kindly, Martin, much appreciated. And hello, Rebecca, watching from San Francisco. We're talking to an Angelino here in the chat. There are a few people from LA who are regular viewers. I think LAB and Cuca Carlos are also Los Angeles residents. Walking through Chinatown along Spadina. Well, if Toronto gets 3 feet of snow, I'll be out live streaming it, so Up to my you-know-what in snow, live streaming. That's one of the nice things about living in an apartment building, is I don't have to worry about shoveling snow or anything like that. So I think someone has taken over the El Macombo, right? I'm not sure who it was though, because they're having shows here again. I'm not sure how they're going about it now, if they have a new owner. They're bringing in different sort of bands again. Complete event listing, elmacombo.com. I guess we can find out there. Because I'd like to see it go back to how it was, you know, in its more divey days. It got too fancy. I think that's why it failed with its previous owner. The El Macombo should not be fancy. Hey, Daryl Cassie. No, it's not too cold right now. It was about 10 Celsius or 50 Fahrenheit when I last checked. That might sound cold to some people, but for early November, it sounds all right to me. Well, they're all around. They're all around downtown. There's one spot on the east side where there's a bit of a concentration. It's the closest thing we have to sort of like a Skid Row, but it's nothing compared to the Skid Row in LA. It's only like a few blocks long and it's not full of tents. Really, there's a few tents here and there. So we don't really have a real major Skid Row in Toronto, like in LA, or even like in Vancouver. On the downtown east side there, we don't have anything approaching that here. It's more spread around, you know, spread around the whole downtown central area. During the lockdowns, there were a lot more encampments in the parks and things like that. And they still do pop up here and there. It's starting to rain? What the hell? What happened to the clear sky just a while ago? I was looking up and it was clear as can be. Hey, Queen West, hello. I don't think it'll ever get as bad as what you see on the West Coast cities. I do have some videos walking through that area along Sherbourne Street, Dundas and Sherbourne, Queen and Sherbourne. I have a few videos if you'd like to see for yourself what it's like. I live in that area and I never feel like I'm in the middle of anything dangerous or anything like that. What's with this rain, man? Come on. Jeez. Looks like I jinxed it just by talking about it earlier, saying how I escaped the rain. Hey, Sal Smith, hello. Toronto is very multicultural. We have huge populations from all over the world, right? From all Asian countries are represented with good-sized communities here. Chinese and Indian, I think, are the number 1 and 2, though. Just statistically speaking. There's people from every country in the world, really. There's also lots of Italians, Portuguese, lots of Greeks. We have neighborhoods for all those areas, like Little Italy, Greek Town, Little Portugal. There's also 2 Koreatowns, 2 Chinatowns in the city. There's even like a Bangalatown. There's a little Jamaica. There's a little India. Yeah, there's a Brazilian area sort of sprinkled within the Portuguese area. And also up on St. Clair Avenue, there's another Italian neighborhood there on St. Clair, which is also sort of sprinkled in with Brazilians and other Latin Americans. It's all of a sudden super windy and stormy. It's like, am I going to get caught in some weather event here? I guess you can hear the wind. I do have my little wind muff on my phone, but it's probably not blocking it out as well as it should. Hey, Psycho75, hello. Yeah, just out of nowhere, all of a sudden the weather just turned here. There's the University of Toronto campus up in there. Hey, Lorraine McLean, welcome. All right, all of a sudden the wind died down. Whatever that was, maybe blew over. I have to walk around this construction situation here. Hello, Harjot. A nice view of the tower from here. Get to the tower! Get to the tower! Can hear like cans blowing around on the street. I think it's around 50 Fahrenheit, or it was when I started the stream. Look at all the leaves just blowing all over now. These trees are going to be losing their leaves big time from this point. No, I didn't grow up. I was born in another town in southwestern Ontario, a small town called Wallaceburg. And then when I was just a baby, we moved up to northern Ontario. Kind of jumped around a few different places, and then we settled in North Bay, which is a small city 3 hours and a bit north of Toronto. So that's where I grew up. When I was 5 years old, we settled in North Bay, and I grew up. And then I moved to Toronto in 2010. 15 years now I've been here, so I'm a Torontonian now, I think, after 15 years. The wind is back. You can probably hear that, right? I do this for work. This is my full-time job. For the last 2 years or so, this has been my full-time job. The YouTubes. Yeah, sorry about the wind noise. My little wind muff here is not thick enough. It would be way worse if I didn't have this little wind muff, though. You probably wouldn't even be able to hear me talk. I think Toronto and Vancouver are pretty comparable. Vancouver might be a bit more expensive for home prices. But they're pretty close to one another in terms of how expensive they are. They're by far the top two most expensive cities in Canada. Way above any others. $450 people in your town. Wow. So North Bay, where I grew up, is like a big city compared to that. Walking along College Street, if I didn't mention that. Just keeping an eye on the time. I'm streaming for over 2 hours now. Have I been back to Wallaceburg? Oh yeah, a bunch of times. Although the last time was quite a while ago. Like almost 20 years ago last time I was in Wallaceburg, so I'm way overdue for a visit. But I have been like many times, you know, before then. Because a lot of family still lives there, so I would go visit. And I usually go to North Bay once a year or so, although I haven't gone this year yet. I'm not sure if I'll make that happen before the year's out or over. Hello Mo, welcome to the stream. Tyler Allen, welcome to you as well. Watching from Collingwood. Still got 320-ish people watching. Cheers. Thanks everyone. And once again, do me a solid and hit that subscribe if you haven't already done that. And hit the notification bell and all the other buttons so you can catch all my streams and watch my premieres and all that sort of thing. Every day it's one or the other, either a live stream or a premiere of a pre-recorded video. I'll be doing a premiere tomorrow night. Yeah, I've heard lots of cans blowing around in the streets, Carl. Guess it goes to show that there's some litter bugs in the city, right? Dropping their empty cans on the sidewalk. All right, crossing Bay Street. Bay Street Canyon. It's like the streetcars going down Bay Street. You don't see that very often. It's going off route. Squirrels? Yeah, we'll blame it on the squirrels. The rain is persisting here. It's not stopping. Boo. I think I apologized to the weather forecast earlier for doubting or dissing them. Well, I take back that apology. You suck, Weather Network forecast. It said it was going to be clear all evening. Like 0% of precipitation. I'm live streaming. Yeah. It said 0%, and this doesn't look like 0% to me, right? This looks like 100%. That is precipitating down on my head right now. Hey, it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers again. Jeez, we just heard them a while ago. What is this? They're like following me around? That's right, they're an LA band. I wish, Carl. I wish. If that were the case, then I would have been the one that they interviewed on CP24 and CBC and all of that. Hey, there's the Strally. Yeah, a lot of good bands are from San Francisco or the Bay Area. All right, we're at Yongi, as some tourists might say. Hey, which way is Yongi Street? That's right, Metallica. And think of all those cool 1960s bands that made their name in San Francisco. A lot of the people weren't from San Francisco originally, but everyone just went there, right? In the 60s, and then they just formed bands and things like that. Right, well, we're getting rained on a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's tolerable. You can see how it's coming down there a little bit. That's how hard it's raining.
You definitely give Captain violence. I know. I've denied it every single time I asked. I was like, I could have sworn you were. Although I've been threatened by the directors this year. No, we have threatened. Well, not maybe not threatened, but so because me and Socrates are cleared on me. Oh, yeah, they're trying to get rid of it. Yeah, and they came up to me like overtly at the draft party. They're like,
I do have my hoodie. I put the hood up. That helps a little.
I'm going to see if I would rather not that. But we'll see. We'll see if they twist my time.
Although with the wind, it's going to blow my hood off. I can feel it. It's trying to blow my hood off right now. Let's see how long it lasts.
There's a lot of attrition. Especially if you like live that direction, my view would come. Yeah.
You can hear the subway. Ooh, I just saw a plane fly behind One Bloor West. Where'd it go? I saw it fly behind it, but I didn't see it come back out on the other side. It vanished! What happened to the plane? See, they're building the crown on top of One Bloor West. That's its full height now. 308.6 meters. Let's just round it up to 309. I don't think we can see, or you sort of can see Sky Tower. Barely. That little green thing sticking out, that's the crane on top of Sky Tower. That one's about to surpass One Bloor West in height now. And it's going to be way taller when it's topped out. So we got two super talls under construction along downtown Yonge, at either end of downtown Yonge. I don't know, Midnight Rainbow. I remember I took one of those a long time ago, but I don't remember what the result was. And then when I was dating Megan, she got me to do it again. And I remember I got a different result the second time than I got when I first did it. But I still can't remember what that was, so I don't know. I don't hold too much credence in those sorts of things, really. Going north up Yonge. So I didn't go to Dundas Square this time. How about that? It's because I went there so often the last several days with the World Series and Halloween and all that. Just felt like I didn't need to go there again tonight. I did post my Halloween video from Yonge and Dundas though yesterday, so that's up on the channel. Speaking of Halloween, see, it's not too cold to wear shorts for some people. Got a karaoke club here. Karaoke, you say? What is that all about? I've never been to any karaoke club type place. I just like to do it at home in front of my computer. That guy seemed pretty out of it. He probably would have crashed into me if I didn't move. I guess sometimes I do singing type stuff during the lives, yeah. Not exactly karaoke per se. I don't know why I waited for that light. I could have just walked through. I'm trying to set a good example, I guess, right? There might be kids watching. What do I care? Man, this place smells good. It smells real good. It's the Bootmaster. I always get a kick out of that store there. I am the Bootmaster. Here's a cool store, rock variety, t-shirts, posters, sunglasses, yada yada yada. It's huge in there too, it's like really big. I see a John Lennon shirt. And a Red Hot Chili Peppers, there we go. See, they are following me around tonight. Jimi Hendrix. Any San Francisco bands here? We're talking about San Francisco and their bands and stuff. Let's see. Oh, here's Metallica. There we go. Metallica. That counts. There's The Doors, another LA band. Me and Johnny, yeah, me and Johnny have collabed many times on purpose, and we've run into each other many times not on purpose. I've been to his apartment. Yeah, we're friends. I mean, We're colleagues, fellow streamers, and friends. We text about non-YouTube stuff, just like two dudes. Two dudes talking about shit, basically. Same with Action Kid. We've all hung out together, Action Kid, Johnny, and myself. Alright, we're on Isabella Street. Norman Jewison Park. He's a well-known filmmaker from Toronto, right? He did that movie Moonstruck, which is a really good movie with Cher. I just watched another old movie with Cher before Halloween to get into the Halloween spirit. I watched The Witches of Eastwick. Remember that one? With Jack Nicholson. That movie's still good. It still holds up. It's still entertaining. Yeah, Cher was in Witches of Eastwick. You own both of them, Randy? Yeah. Yeah, Moonstruck was partly filmed here. So Norman Jewison didn't have to go far to get back home after filming was over for the day. All the equipment I use is in the description of the stream down below where it says description. It's all listed there. I just have a smartphone, a gimbal, a power bank that I keep with me. But I have lots of other tech that I use for my pre-recorded videos. It's all listed down below. My thoughts on City Place. I think it's okay. I don't think it's so bad, really. I've done a bunch of walks through there, and I always tend to kind of enjoy it, to be honest, when I'm walking through City Place. I mean, it's not like an old, dense, pre-war neighborhood, you know, like Queen West or Kensington Market or something like that, but it's still a neat little spot, you know, downtown. I like it. Has bars and restaurants, has schools, you know, nice park. The buildings aren't always so nice to look at, I guess. That's my main complaint. Some of the condos are not so easy on the eyes, but some of them are. Some of them are okay. So yeah, I like City Place. Hey, Brett Mallon, hello. And we're at church. I was just here the other night, on Halloween night, for the big Halloween street fest here. I ran into Ready Eddie and Sip when I was going to record a video, so I ended up walking with them all through the Church Street Halloween fest here. So I do have that video still coming up. I have one more Halloween video coming up tomorrow. Actually, I'll be premiering that tomorrow, so it'll be a trio, myself and Sip and Ready Eddie. It was jam-packed and lots of awesome costumes. More elaborate costumes than I saw on Yonge Street in that other video. Alright, we're just walking through some residential areas here. I'm basically heading to the grocery store. But here's that building that is being torn down. I checked up on this recently. Most of the demolition is visible from this side here, from behind. Hey, hello, Marla. So maybe we'll look at this destruction of this old apartment building. And maybe I will call it a stream here. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, look at that. From this side you can really see how much they've torn down here. They're just chopping away at it. Wow. So this will be gone in the next few weeks, I think. There's this hacking away floor by floor. And they're going to build a 62-story building to replace this one. This one was 14 stories, dating back to the 1960s, I think, was when it was built. But yeah, 62 stories will be coming here to replace this one. But thank you everyone for joining me on the Monday evening stream. All around downtown, starting on the east side. We walked along King Street for quite a ways. About an hour walking along King. We made our way up to Queen, walked along Queen for a bit. Spadina through Chinatown, along College. Then Yonge Street. Yeah, we kind of covered some good ground here tonight. I'm just about a 5-minute walk away from the grocery store. So thank you once again to all who checked it out tonight. It was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And cheers to the mods, Alan Kay and Vivian Johnson. Thank you very kindly. And thank you to everyone. Big thanks to all those who sent support. Got some very generous support tonight with the Super Chat, Super Stickers, or any PayPal donations that I might not have seen yet. Thank you in advance. I very, very much appreciate all the awesome and generous support. Thank you. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening, as I just mentioned, with Ready Eddie and Sip walking through the Church Street Halloween Fest. Hope you can check that out around 7 or 7:15 p.m. I'll be in the live chat for that video. Hope to see you there. And I'll be streaming next, I think, on Wednesday. So yeah, just a couple days. Wednesday evening, weather permitting. So once again, like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons if you haven't already done all that. So I'll see you tomorrow for the premiere and Wednesday. Until next time, I will continue, and thank you to all the channel members as well. All right, have a good night, everyone. See you again soon. Mark M later. It's starting to rain again. Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to run to the grocery store. All right, thanks, everyone. Have a great night.